I'm CNN Lokko, and this is my writing partner, Kezia, Dzifa, Awadzi. We are here to talk about our newest novel, Changes, which will be coming out in August 2014.
Changes is a project that is very dear to our hearts and one that we have thought over for several months before we began writing. We thought of collaborating on Changes because we had gone through individual and collective experiences which we know many people over the world will be able to identify with. So that is why we came up with Changes. Before we go on,
we'd like to talk about what makes Changes a unique project, both for writers and for readers. As writers, even though we had worked together in terms of editing each other's work, we hadn't actually collaborated on a project that we both worked on at the same time. And like she said, we had similar stories we thought we could share, and so we figured we'd work on this project using Google Documents. And Google Docs provided us the opportunity to work simultaneously in real time. So when she was logged on and I was logged on, we could see what each other was typing. And it was a great place to save your work, knowing that it will be safe, not having to worry about emailing, attachments and all that. So for most collaborative projects, writers would agree on characters, sub-characters, plots, certain endings, and all that. But here we just knew that we wanted to use the blogging format, and that we needed to see 2 or 3 things happen. And beyond that, each writer was free to take the story where they wanted. We didn't even decide who was going to write the first story. So we would start writing, like I would blog one day and end somewhere and know that when I come back tomorrow, I would continue the story from this point. I come back and Kezia has taken the story to a whole other direction. I'm like, wow, how do I make sure I've addressed her issues at the same time I'm moving my story along? So as a writer, I had very little control of over what was going on in the process, and so it made it challenging, and it was an adventure, I would say.
And to chip in a little bit about the writing process, it's amazing how Google Doc helped to transform the process of writing Changes, because the ability to see what the other writer was providing and also the direction the person took the story forced us to be creative and innovative, so that it's not just moving a story along, but making sure that the big picture was followed.
Yes.
And I also like to talk about some of the things that makes Changes special to the reader. We believe that Changes has all the ingredients you need in a very good novel. It has a lot of suspense, spicy romance, intercultural relationships, friendships that are formed between women who have not seen each other before but met online, and yet have been able to develop very, very strong bonds, so that in the long run they are really an emotional support for each other in whatever they are going through. So we believe that Changes is a must read.
It is a must read. And to say one quick thing, she talked about the women not having met each other before. Changes is a 21st century novel, in that it takes advantage of the technological advancements that have been made in our generation, and it shows how we can use the internet to connect people across continents, and yet still maintain a valuable friendship, and so it's a very current novel in that context.
I agree. But wait, if we continue talking, we are likely to spill out all the secrets of Changes. So mark your calendars. August 2014.
Yes.
Look out for Changes at Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, Book Tango,
Yes.
and many other online bookstores.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank
Goodbye.
you. Bye.